I'll keep checking my.
We are live on a Friday night. You guys got me working doing double shift on a Friday night. That's crazy. That's crazy. So we got Dale and Cameron and Alex. Alex and Dale are Buffalo Wild Wings, and Dale made a promise if Olympic won tonight, he was going to eat like a nuclear hot wing on live TV. So we're gonna, when his wings come, we're gonna switch over to Dale and let him get nuclear hot on his wings. But right now, I want to look at some of the scores for tonight because I'm sure everybody wants.
So let me clarify one thing. So they're not nuclear hot. They're Carolina Reaper hot, and Carolina Reaper is the hottest pepper. Now, the guy who invented the Carolina Reaper, he's got another pepper, and it's called Pepper X, but he's not released that yet. But Carolina Reaper is the hottest pepper on Earth, and it's a 1 million plus Scoville. And I believe my challenge stuff is here, people. Not yet. Okay, good.
All right,
their wings are here. Go ahead.
Let's look at the scores real quick before we see Dale eat these super hot wings. Alex, what jumps out at you? And just tell me when you're ready to move on to the next slide. But what jumps out at you on these scores we're seeing right here?
All right, first and foremost, congratulations to Apex High School with its 59-30 win over Green Hope. Apex returning to the 4A state playoffs for the first time since 2014. All right, so as we keep moving along.
South Point with a big win against
South Point with a big win there.
And Burlington Williams turned the clock back when they used to score all the time.
Panther Creek with a big win over Holly Springs. Holly Springs clinched its conference last week with a win over Apex. So a great season nonetheless for Holly Springs, which will continue in the playoffs, but a good senior end of season win.
Yeah, and I want to talk about that Chambers game. I want to talk about that Chambers game. We used to always talk when Malik Creek was rolling. We used to always say, "Here comes that Death Star music," like in Star Wars when Malik Creek would get rolling. Chambers look really good tonight, guys. I mean, they look like they're back. You know, whatever was wrong in the previous few weeks or not quite clicking in the previous few weeks, they look really good defensively. They're not giving up more than 14 points in a while, and they look really ready to go. And I know Coach said he feels like they're one of the best teams in the state right now. Cameron, you at the game. How good the Chambers look?
What was that? I can't hear you real well, Lance.
I said, how good the Chambers look?
They look solid. I mean, anybody that can put up that many points on that Mallard Creek defense, they're ready to roll come playoffs next week.
Oh, wait a minute. We got some comments. Community School of Davidson wants to thank Alex for picking us. I'm not sure how many people picked Community School of Davidson. I don't think too many of us picked them. In fact, I think I got it on the screen here. Let me jump back into the picks. I think I have them. Let me jump back and see if I can find them and jump back into the picks. Yeah, here we go. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna jump back into the picks and let them have their moment in the sun. They had a huge win tonight. I have never done this before, guys. So you got to work with me. You got to work.
Fresh from the garden today.
All right, here we go. Here are the picks, and nobody picked. Only person picked Davidson was Alex. Yeah,
I don't want to see these.
Alex was the only one to pick Community School of Davidson. So props on Alex on that one.
Thank you.
You got that one right. The rest of us were struggling a little
Gary
bit.
and I had a good week.
I think I went like 3-3.
I did not have a good week. I don't think.
I didn't either. I went 3-3.
They're the picks. I don't think we did so. Kevin wants to talk about Butler.
I got Richmond. I got
Richmond didn't win.
Butler was up 20. I mean, Independence up 17-7. Butler came back, and then Independence ran off. Great win for Independence tonight. They finally beat their rivals from Butler. I know that had to feel good. All right, let me get back into the scores.
That looks good too. All this stuff looks good. All this food smells good. I hope I'm not waiting another.
Are you on your wing yet, Dale?
Huh?
You eating somebody else's wing?
No, I'm eating a hot pepper right now.
Okay, not the hot wing. Who's that with you? Who just sat down?
He's trying to numb his mouth.
My wings.
I see another hand on the screen. All right, Alex, let's go back to the scores. We got Chambers with the big win. Catholic handled Palisades. Independence was up 17-7. Butler came back and took a 21-17 lead, and then Independence came back and beat Butler. I think that's the first win they've had in 8 years against Butler. It's a huge win, Alex.
Huge win. I call this a turn back the clock signature win.
Yeah.
For Independence. Very much so in the rejuvenation of the Patriots tradition. And I'd like to give a shout out to Independence coach DJ McFadden, who took a lot of heat earlier this season, whom I defended vigorously when he was chastised mercilessly. So props to Coach McFadden for this turn back the clock signature win.
I'm glad you apologized, DJ. You take it up for DJ. Olympic Dale, first undefeated season in school history. How about the Trojans?
Man, Langston, it started out hot.
Yeah.
And this just looked like they were going to dominate. And then, I don't know, they didn't really do things wrong. And quite honestly, it's kind of ironic that Myers Park was making all kinds of mistakes, and it wasn't like Olympic was making mistakes. They just weren't doing things. And so anyway, they bowed their back in the fourth quarter, and I got some nice comments from Coach Thompson about that. And he really played to get this historic win. And a lot of programs are like, it's not a big deal, but for Olympic, it is. When you look, the Olympics won 10 games in regular season, and it's taken playoff runs to get 10 wins of previous schools. So this is very big, and that's why I'm doing this hot wing challenge tonight. Hopefully they'll be here soon.
Yeah, great win for them. Carson, Alex got a big win on South Durant. Bunker Hill handled Bandies. Huff, big win over Hopewell. David County looking good against Glenn and Durham Hillside.
Congratulations to Hillside on its undefeated season.
Yeah, they're going to be dangerous in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
It'll be a very, very tough matchup.
East Gaston. I mean, a lot of teams scoring a lot of points now. East Gaston.
Hang on a second. East Lincoln, okay, 20. All right, good.
East Surrey, 55 points. I mean, look at the scoring tonight. Eastern Alamance, which has been scoring crazy all year. Another big game. Down in Fayetteville, Brick got a big win over rival Southview. Like that was a close game. Sanford had a big runaway, 71st runaway.
Closing it out.
I think Chase went undefeated for the first time, too, I believe. I think this is the first time they've gone undefeated.
Yeah, that's big. That's big for them.
Yeah, that's big for them. Dudley looked good against Eastern Guilford. Grimsley feels like they're not getting any respect, guys. They're undefeated. Chris didn't have them in his top 10. A lot of Grimsley parents this week that they felt like they should have been ranked and they weren't getting their just due. Is Grimsley one of the best teams, Alex, in the state?
They're in the conversation. All you can ask at this time of the year is to be in the conversation. Yeah. I think it still stands what we said a few weeks ago. Even though some teams have looked very good the last couple of weeks, I think it still stands. Chambers is not what it has been. Gibbons.
I don't know about after the night.
Teams have looked good, but I mean, I think we still can agree that some teams are not what they have been. That doesn't mean they're not very good.
That's right. If you do historical looks, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying right there. Exactly what Dale just said.
Dale, how about Burns beating Shelby?
That's
huge.
There's two big things about that. One, beating them. Two, beating them as big as they did. Now I know that doesn't look big, but that's big.
No, holding Shelby to 14. Shelby's been averaging probably 60. I mean, I realize
holding Galen Lee and the Golden Lions offense for 14 points is remarkable.
Yeah,
that is remarkable.
Yeah. That game it really impressed me.
Whoa, that bottom scorer there! Wow.
Yeah, but Forest Hills missed a short field goal. They could have taken the lead.
21 to 19. So way to go, Forest Hills. That's
what you saw right there. What you see right there is what another thing I've been saying all along, the fact that Frank Thomas III's defense could hold Monroe to 21 points to have Forest Hills in a position to win that game truly is a testament to the progress that the Yellow Jackets defense has made under Frank Thomas III's leadership, and will be a tough matchup in the state playoffs. That's one of the night's most noteworthy scores. So, in terms of, not only great Union County football, but in terms of how tough the matchups are going to be in the postseason.
Yeah,
I think the bigger thing about that is that Monroe, in common opponents between the two, Monroe held common opponents to 3 points, and Forest Hills held common opponents to 47. And Monroe outscored common opponents. They had about 6 or 7 common opponents. So to see that they put up 19 points on Monroe, who has a very, very, very good defense, that's impressive. So I think Forest Hills is definitely a team that's in the conversation in the playoffs for sure.
Well, I also want to shout out Weddington. We talk about Union County. Weddington won the Southern Carolina Championship tonight. They had a double-digit lead over Marvin Ridge most of the game. Marvin Ridge came back, made that close at the end.
That's a big rival game right there, Langston.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
That's a big rival game.
Rivalry goes out the window. Anything on this slide that jumps out at you guys?
I'm looking down at
Reagan beating Reynolds jumps out at me. The way Northwest Guilford beat Southwest Guilford jumps out at me. North Stanley beating Albemarle. I know Albemarle. We all remember.
Stanley. That's a pretty big win by North Stanley. Yeah. North Stanley slapped Albemarle. Oh.
Well, it's not the Albemarle we remember, but still.
I know, but still, that's
an impressive win. To get that. When Marvin Ridge is a team no one wants to see in the playoffs, their quarterback is back and they'll be a tough out. What do you think, Dale? Is Marvin Ridge going to be a tough out in the playoffs?
As I was talking about some of the 4A playoffs tonight, this applies very much so in all the brackets.
Yeah.
Because of the way that we're going in, if you fall in the lower 8, if you're around 8, 7, 6, you're going to have some tough opponents. Now, that's not saying Marvin Ridge is going to be there, but Marvin Ridge is going to be one of those tough opponents that the middle to lower seeded in the first 8, they're going to have to face. So yeah, I agree. They will be a tough out for some teams. Yeah. Not all teams, but for some teams, they will be a tough out.
Yeah, Karen wants to know the Catholic play that Catholic beat Palisades. I believe it was 46-0.
44 or 46-0.
Yeah, we'll go back through the scores once we get all the way through. I'll come back the other way for people that just joined us.
So Catholic obviously throttled back because they were up. They must not have scored in the fourth quarter,
they were big. They had a running clock too.
Right.
Princeton continuing to roll up your way, Alex. What about Princeton? They're going to be a problem in the playoffs.
Always an interesting matchup. Back to the days of several years ago, your classic small town community kind of school, where the game still is one of the biggest things in town each week. So with that kind of support and that kind of tradition, always an opportunity for something to happen there.
Yeah, Dale, I want to check in real quick. Where are the Wings?
I'm waiting on them. They're not. They haven't come in yet. Hopefully, they'll be here soon. They got theirs.
Yeah.
Cameron's killing his Wings.
Yeah, this happened to me last week when I came here.
I'm eating slow.
Who's that with you guys, Dale?
Cameron's dad.
Okay.
Yeah, he went to the Chambers and Mallard Creek game.
How about that? But that's a pretty big win, I think, for Millbrook too.
Yes. I covered that game. Millbrook offensively found ways to include other skill players effectively besides Nathan Leacock. Leacock corralled a 77-yard touchdown pass in the second quarter. That was his first catch for positive yardage all night. The Millbrook, which led the entire way, spread the ball around. Mason Fortune did a nice job spreading the ball around. Xavier Pugh balanced. I gave offensive balance with a good rushing effort, which Pugh actually scored the first touchdown of the night. So Millbrook in control all the way through. That's the second straight year that Millbrook has beaten Wake Forest on the last night of the regular season to earn a share of the conference championship. You have a three-way tie in the Northern Athletic 4A conference as Millbrook beat Wake Forest beat Rolesville, and Rolesville beat Millbrook. So we got a three-way tie there. But congratulations to Millbrook.
Little hat throw action.
Two straight years over Wake Forest. That was a good win.
Yeah, last regular season game for Ned Gwinnett at Raleigh Ravenscroft. They won. I think they're going to get to the state championship game in D2. Maybe play Cannon. I think.
Ravenscroft is participating in D1.
Oh well, no. Okay.
No, Ravenscroft is Division I this year.
Okay. Well, no, they're not. They're probably not.
But still, nonetheless, a 12th conference championship for Ravenscroft under legendary coach Ned Gwinnett, who just completed his 42nd regular season at the Raleigh School. Once again, as we've spoken of for several weeks, Coach Gwinnett is the longest tenured, continuously serving high school football head coach at one school in North Carolina history. He's averaged 7 wins a year over 42 years.
4 decades and 2 years. Hey, guys, Scotland County beat Richmond County. Scotland went for 2 with 2 minutes left, converted 2-point conversion, got the win in Richmond County. How big a deal is that?
What a game that, if you've never been to a Scotland Richmond game, you got to go. That is a phenomenal environment, and that had to be a phenomenal environment there. Especially, Richmond County's got those LED lights and just the whole thing. That's a big win for Scotland.
Richmond, they call that. They feel like that's the best rivalry in the state of North Carolina. That's how they.
So that makes Richmond 5-5.
I believe it does.
But the other thing you got to keep in mind there is, it's important for RPI purposes, but Scotland is a 3A school in that 3A, 4A split conference.
Right.
So the implications are a little different. Pinecrest had won the conference championship among 4A schools coming in. So the best Richmond could have hoped for was a 5-1 conference mark, but the Raiders already had lost the tie-breaking game to Pinecrest. So Pinecrest had that conference.
Will they get in, Alex?
Will they get in? Everything I've seen and the projections that I've done in terms very rough, of course, have them. They can end up on either side of that last 5 in, first 5 out.
All right.
Yeah, but there's the thing is that the RPI gap, I think, is too big for some of those teams. I got to look at it again because I did this Tuesday or Wednesday night, but I think the RPI gap is too big to make up in one game for some of those schools to be able to fall out. So I don't think it's 5 above and 5 below.
Dale, how big a fan of this playoff system are you?
Well, we need some kind of objective way to make certain that we're putting the best teams in the playoffs.
Yep.
This is an objective way. I think if they would have used the max, instead of using RPI, use the max preps strength, would have been maybe a little better. Right. But I like it better than, say, some of the here come my wings, everybody.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's find it. Here we go.
So she's got to time me. Yeah, man.
All right.
This is for Olympic, because Olympic won and they're on fire. You tell me when I got to go.
How fast do you have to go?
I don't know. They're hot. Oh my gosh.
So these are Reaper wings. Cameron, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hot are these wings?
Who, me?
Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hot are these?
The sauce is probably like an 8. It's pretty warm. 8.5.
An 8. The sauce is an 8.
I'm gonna get burned by the temperature.
Oh my God! I just that's scaring me to. That's scaring me to watch you do that. How fast do you have to go?
The wings are
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay, we'll take you off the screen. Let you
They
go.
are hot.
Alex, while he's dying in heat.
I mean temperature hot.
West Lincoln, Alex, 49,
Yeah, burn my
48,
fingers.
2 overtimes over Lincolnton. West Lincoln, I got my man Mason Avery probably had 900 yards in that.
Are we playing basketball?
That's football.
49,
48. That's insane. And then Mount Tabor down there, 44-0 over Parkland.
Yes. I want to go back up on one score. Go back up on one score there. That West Henderson over Tuscola.
Hold on a second. I got to refresh if we got any new scores that came in. Hold on a second. Let me refresh. See if excuse me for scrolling, people. It's live TV. I'm sorry.
You're burning me.
If you haven't been on the Sharp Observer webpage, that's where all the scores are. All right, let's start from the bottom. Let me refresh again.
If they were a little cooler, I'd be all right.
And you want to see one? You want to see right there?
Yes, that West Henderson over Tuscola. Wow.
55-7.
That is a landmark win for West Henderson. West Henderson was either 2-9 or 3-8 last year. And to do what they did to run that table in the conference against a Tuscola team that was, undefeated.
Patrick said you giving them heartburn, Dale.
No, it's just
they're still on those hot wings.
they're hot, but the temperature's hot.
But you don't have to drink any milk or anything. Those wings, those wings are like a 9 or 10. It's like nuclear hot.
You got it in the bag.
I don't know how you do that.
Got 4 minutes to go.
I don't know how he does it, Alex.
Langston, I got a couple more scores that I don't think could come in yet.
All right.
But up above, Cleveland.
Let me refresh again.
Wish they had a better flavor.
Oh, we got some more now, Alex. We got more. We got a lot more. Okay, here we go. We'll start again at the top. We talked about Apex earlier. South Point we talked about. Pisgah got a big win. Did we talk about Panther Creek and Holly Springs?
Yes, we did.
Okay, Catholic, Karen, you asked about Catholic. There they are, 46-0. Indy, we talked coming back. Olympic, first time ever in school history, 10-0. Huge win. This is why Dale's eating hot wings tonight, because of Olympic. Huff got a big win over Hopewell. Hillside we discussed. I don't see anything new in this batch.
We're missing Cleveland over Clayton, 49-21.
Okay, 49-21.
Cleveland defeated Clayton. Clayton coached now by Scott Chadwick, previously at Myers Park.
Yeah.
Cleveland with that big win completed a 10-0 season in their first year post Omarion Hampton.
Wow.
Undefeated season, first year post Omarion Hampton. They had a couple of a couple ninth graders just waiting in the wings who stepped in as sophomores.
Wish I could be in.
Okay, I got it now. Alex. There it is. Cleveland over Clayton. I refreshed and we got it up there. Some more Charlotte scores coming in. We talked about Independence and Butler. Olympic, we talked about. Providence got a big win over East Make. Providence Day shut out Latin. Providence Day is going to be the #1 seed out going into the playoffs. I know you talked about Ravenscroft possibly being in that mix. So there's, it's probably going to be Raven Gap, Providence Day, Ravenscroft, and Christian. I guess will be the 4 teams in that playoff if they go.
So we'll have two good games in Charlotte next Friday, which will be very, very good.
Yeah, my nose is running a little bit.
Yeah. Dale, hold on, we got to check on Dale. You okay, Dale?
Got a minute and 45.
2 wings.
2 wings left.
you like your little pain there, partner.
What you say?
And
his thumbs are all red.
One other Raleigh score. I don't know if it came in on the refresh.
Yes.
Third consecutive undefeated regular season and conference championship for Cardinal Gibbons and the Cap. 6 conference.
No, don't have a score on that one.
42-14 over Sanderson.
I have to chew them a little bit.
42-14 over that. Let me
Yes,
scroll down
Cardinal
real fast.
Gibbons.
So you guys look away from the screen so you don't get ahead. There it is.
Yeah, Cardinal Gibbons 42-14 over Sanderson, 3rd consecutive conference champion, undefeated regular season conference championship for Cardinal Gibbons. Another impressive defensive outing by Nick Drew's unit.
Well, tell me about Broughton beating Athens Drive 47-46, though.
I guess we had some of the same stuff in Lincoln County going on in Wake County.
They decided to play basketball.
36 seconds to spare.
30. Oh, wait. Hold on. We got to go to Dale. 36 seconds. You did it?
Good job.
Good job.
They're down.
You're going to be down.
Now he needs a
bat.
bat. He needs a bat.
They are down.
You're going to be down in about an hour. Real down. Real down.
He's too tough for them.
I wish I could have enjoyed them. That's too fast to eat.
You're not going to drink anything?
He's the hot.
Yeah.
Dale, if you eat them that fast, do they give them to you for free if you eat them that fast?
They do. Actually, they didn't taste as bad as they don't taste bad. They just don't have an outstanding flavor.
Yeah. Man, Mason Fortune is putting out a tweet saying they're doubted again. Let me see if I can get Mason Fortune to come on the show. Hold on. Let me see if I can get Mason Fortune. Hold on. I'm gonna text him. Let me see.
How many people are watching this?
58 right now. Well, I'm sorry, 98.
Olympic, that was for you. If any of you are out there, you're on fire.
I can't tell you who it is. I can just tell you what the number is.
I'm trying to eat some of the crisp stuff. There's no, you're supposed to eat it down, and unfortunately, I just had to swallow all my favorite stuff.
I'm sorry, man.
What happened?
I'm trying to text Mason Fortune right now, see if he can come on live with us.
What happened there?
He said folks are doubting him.
Folks are doubting who?
Mason Fortune. If any of you players out there watching, put on the chat. I mean, put in make a comment. We can bring you on live. You can tell us about your game.
Let me see.
I don't doubt him. He's a ball player.
Let me see who I can get.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He is a ball player.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely. So let's
dude, I don't doubt you. Your team's doing well.
Alex, what are you looking for with the playoffs tomorrow? Are you looking for any surprises that in the bracketing? You think it's going to be kind of,
Well, we'll just have to wait and see how this Northern Athletics situation plays itself out. Other than that, I think the bracketing could have a familiar feel, relative to what we saw last year, as the Northern Athletic Conference was spaced out and had, I think it was 4 wins in the first round, and the one game they lost was about less than a score, and it might have been in overtime. So the prowess of the Northern Athletic 4A Conference will be possibly positioned to show well as it did last year. And it's basically one of those things where, if you remember, Millbrook got the better of Cardinal Gibbons in a preseason scrimmage.
Yeah.
Now, of course, a lot has gone on. Millbrook had a coaching transition right at that moment. Gibbons' offense still was developing at that moment. So a lot had gone on with both teams. So that could be an intriguing matchup. We'll see how the bracket plays out. I still wouldn't want to play Wake Forest. Even after what happened tonight, I still wouldn't want to play Wake Forest because of what they bring to the table defensively. So you have a lot of teams that, if the bracket falls a certain way, are going to be tough outs.
Well, who do you think? I mean, well talk to me. Who's going to be a tough out?
Who's going to be a tough out?
Yeah.
Millbrook.
Cardinal Gibbons, Millbrook, Wake Forest, Newbern, Rolesville, if the bracket is correct. Hillside, obviously. That's about 6 of them right there.
Who's coming out of the East? Let's just break it. Let's just break it down. Mason Fortune about to jump on with us. Who's
Newbern.
Newbern out of the East?
That's my pick.
Like I said,
I bet Mason might feel a little differently. We're gonna see when he. I think.
Well, you know what? His team's got an opportunity to prove it. That's the beauty of the game.
Like
We
I
can
said,
sit here and say whatever we want.
All right, there's Mason Fortune right there. What's up,
Yes,
Mason?
sir.
Nothing much. How about y'all?
All right, we good, man. So tell us about tonight's game. And I saw you tweet. You said doubt us. So tell me about tonight's game.
It went great. I feel like our defense held a stand against Mikey and quarterback to make bad decisions, throw the ball around. We got a couple of picks, and then offense put up points on the board.
How excited are you about tomorrow and the parents coming up?
I'm pretty excited actually.
We were talking about how tough the East is going to be. What do you think? It's going to be like out of trying to come out of the East.
It's going to be challenging for sure. We got one of the hardest divisions to get out of.
Yeah, Alex, what you want to ask this young man, Alex?
Mason, well, first off, congratulations on a most impressive win tonight. One of the things that you did so well, and I covered the game tonight for the News and Observer, one of the things that you did so well and have done so well all year is, as teams key on Nathan Leacock, your ability to get other players involved, to find that right balance with the run game. And Xavier Pugh scored that first touchdown, and just you keep on going even after that first interception when the Wake Forest defense pretty was step for step shadowing Nathan, but finding ways to get other players involved to get this signature win right here. Talk about what you saw defensively from Wake Forest and how you responded to get everyone involved and make those plays to put your team in a position to control the game all the way through like you did.
Well, coming into this, we knew that they were going to roll a safety over 8 probably. And
all right, I could do another 10.
And me and Nate both knew that he was just going to pretty much be used as a decoy here. He did score a touchdown, though.
Mm-hmm.
And we just used everybody else on the field that we could.
Well, Mason, man, I know you got to get ready to go to UVA in the morning. I just want to thank you for jumping on with us, man. Best of luck to you. You're having a crazy year. Make sure you tune in. We're going to update that Mr. Football list. You know you're on it, so, keep it up, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, take care of yourself. Mason Fortune, Millbrook High with a big win tonight.
They were perfect. So you can tell.
Dale, you ordering more wings?
Oh, I'm sorry. Say again now.
You ordering more wings? We're trying to talk to Mason. I hear you talking.
I said wings. I could do another 10 if I had to.
Ooh,
if there was a reason. I could do another 10, but the problem is that's a second meal. That's a whole second meal. So
that's a lot of food.
I'm trying to take care of this old ugly body here.
Hey Dale, here's a little challenge. If East Forsyth wins the state championship,
Alex, going back to these scores, let me refresh. See if we got anything else that's come in new. I think we just about have everything. But
Langston?
Yes, sir.
So Cameron said if East Forsyth wins the state championship,
yep,
he'll do this blazing challenge.
I will not.
No, he said he will.
Oh, he will. Well, East Forsyth is looking good. 53-7 tonight, as you see on the screen. I mean, they're really rolling. They're going to be, and if they get home field advantage, I mean, that's going to be a tough.
Yeah,
hour.
I think Kings Mountain's the real deal.
Yes.
That should be the way.
Yeah, I mean these playoffs should be really fun, and even in I think 2A playoffs are going to be really good too.
I think so. I think I'm picking Tarboro to win 1A.
Okay.
I think that's an easy pick.
Burns made a big statement tonight, guys.
Burns made a huge statement.
They made a big statement tonight. Let's put that Burns score up on the screen. Excuse me for scrolling. Maybe they're
Yes, they did.
Excuse me for scrolling, y'all. But
2A is going to be tough, but Burns made a big statement tonight.
Yeah, 27-14 over Shelby. That's a pretty big win right there. How Brighton beating South Caldwell is a big win. Maiden is going to be a tough out in 2A. I mean,
I thought I got a little scoop of ice cream too, don't I?
Chris Culliver playing well.
I think so. That's what it showed on the webpage.
Guys, we got to
I
mention Chris Culliver. He's going to come after you. You don't mention Chris Culliver.
No, I just like to have some ice cream.
Hey, Alex, look at that Rocky River Garinger score.
Well, 40 points.
If there was a reason, I would drink a cup of that hot sauce.
So it's something we always celebrate, the progress of a 10-week journey, and that is evident progress for Garinger. I think it's important that we always be mindful of the journey and the milestones that can be achieved along the journey. Yeah. So a great nod to Garinger right there for evident progress in terms of responding to each week's challenge and who is placed before them. And to see 40 points in a game for Garinger is evidence of progress along the journey and something upon which to build going into the offseason and looking ahead for next year.
Dale, did you see this Rocky River Garinger score, 59-40? You see that? Put your glasses on.
Look at that.
Rocky River and Garinger, right in the middle of the screen.
59-40. Wow.
How does that strike you?
That's I just haven't seen both of those teams score that many points.
Yeah.
That's pretty. I don't know, Langston. You look at the flip side of it was where was the defense at? But
but Garinger scoring 40 points. I think Alex makes a good point.
Exactly. No, that's pretty cool for them.
That's a nice jump for them to do that. That's a really nice jump for them to do that.
Look, Langston, I'd love to see Garinger get a winning season.
That'd be amazing. I think the last time they had a winning season was like Lynn Fisher was the coach there, I think. Yeah,
it was around 2008 or 9.
Yeah, it was in there. Yeah,
exactly.
I keep looking at that Burns score, guys. Burns is impressive.
That's impressive.
I mean, Shelby was rolling. I really thought, Shelby's going to win the state, and they still could, obviously, but the whole that offense to 14 points that's just. To me, that's one of the most impressive wins of the night to me as I look around at games tonight.
That Morrisville Lake Norman score, that looks like that was a good game.
Yeah,
rivalry game.
Morrisville was actually down 20-19 late, Dale, and they kicked the field goal. I don't know if it was at the buzzer, but it was certainly late in the game to win. And the Motown, the showdown in Motown. And it was standing room only. It was packed, and it's just I just love tonight felt like a playoff night because of all these rivalry games.
There was a lot of rivals tonight, a lot of rivalry games.
It felt big, and I'm gonna keep moving these scores around so people that are joining can see some of the scores. Grimsley, again, I talked about them earlier. I know Grimsley feels disrespected. They feel like they're a top 10 team in the state. We didn't have them in the top 10 rankings. They're undefeated. They beat Northern Guilford. They're gonna be rolling into the playoffs.
Right.
I heard from at least 5 parents from Grimsley parents this week saying, how can you rank Team X and not rank us? So they were a little upset. Oh, guys, how about Kings Mountain beating Crest? We haven't talked about that. Crest was really rolling, looking good. Wanted to make a statement. Number one,
not a big surprise. Not a big surprise. And that is not a knock on Crest. It is an affirmation of Kings Mountain. Kings Mountain's the real deal.
Kings Mountain is a solid team.
They beat a lot of 4A teams.
You could drop them in the 4A playoffs.
Yeah.
Trust me, they'd be in the mix.
Yeah.
Cameron, who are the 3 best teams in North Carolina, period, Cameron? Forget classification, forget public and private. 3 best teams in the state, period.
East Forsyth. Oh, Lord. I mean, Chambers and Huff's like a 2A and 2B, and then Kings Mountain.
East Forsyth, Chambers, Huff, and what was the last one?
And Kings Mountain.
Actually, you agree with this?
I know I didn't include any Eastern teams.
There's 3 best teams right there.
East Forsyth, yes. I won't put Huff in that category yet. And I won't put Kings Mountain in that category yet because they haven't gotten it done when it counts yet.
So for you, Cardinal Gibbons is number 2, right?
I wouldn't say that right now. I think something is to be said for Providence Day's prowess. I think something is to be said for
Raven Gap.
Raven Gap could be in the conversation. I think
Raven Gap's in Georgia, man. We talking.
They play in North Carolina Conference, though.
Oh, so we're talking about private schools too.
No, we're just talking about the 3 best teams, period, in the state of North Carolina.
Something has to be
So you're
said.
including private.
Yeah, including private.
Okay,
You want to
well,
change
then I
that?
changed my answer.
All right, what are you changing? What's your
I'll
answer?
go
now?
East Forsyth, Providence Day, and then maybe Chambers or Kings Mountain. I don't know.
I want to see Chambers. I want to see
They
Chambers.
play again. Providence Day will smack them.
I want to see Chambers get it done.
Right, they will play again.
Without-
Though.
All right, well,
If they have Raven Gap.
Well, both of them did, didn't they? No, Raven Gap beat Christian.
That's right.
Providence Day beat Raven.
Yeah.
They
I can't believe
I want to see Chambers get it done without a Power Eccles and or a Dalen Smothers.
Why do you want to take the best player off and say get it done? That proves something. I mean, I don't get that.
Because it proves the tradition continues past graduations. You see, this is
Chambers been
something.
to 4 straight state championship games. They went twice after Power Eccles. They went when Power Eccles left, and everybody thought they were going to fall off. They went,
But they had
won.
Dalen Smothers. That's the difference.
But he wasn't Hollywood then. He was a sophomore who scored once.
Who won Mr. Football as a sophomore.
All right,
They got a nice running back in Braylon.
They do.
They're really good. All right, let me move these scores around so people can see some more scores.
Hertford County and Holmes were playing basketball too.
Hold on. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. There are a lot of teams like playing basketball. A lot of teams like playing basketball.
Salisbury might shock a few people in 2A.
Yeah.
They,
All right, guys.
they're
Any
not burnt.
final thoughts?
they're
Any
in
final
the
thoughts?
mix.
Dale, any final thoughts before we wrap up? We're gonna get out of here. Any final thoughts?
All right. Find me a reason, and I'll do it again. And I'm just speaking that to the world out there. But really, take one thing away from it. You set your mind to anything, you can do it. So keep that in mind. Don't let things become obstacles that you can just chew right through. Like I chewed right through those wings.
Cameron, final thoughts, Cameron. Final thoughts.
What was that?
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
Dale, give him the mic so we can hear him.
Okay, final thoughts. Chambers looks like they're ready to make a push. And East Forsyth, if you want me to burn my mouth, you'll win the state championship. There's my final 2 thoughts.
East Forsyth wins state championship. All right, Alex, it's on you, sir.
The Mr. Football competition is over. Jalen Alexander Rayner. Mic drop.
Legit.
All right. Well, look, we'll see you guys on Tuesday night at 8. We'll be talking about state playoffs. We're going to break it all down. We're going to have a lot of guests. We're going to real special surprise on Tuesday. Make sure you guys watch Tuesday 8 on Talking Preps. That's Dale, that's Cameron, that's Alex and Contrary, and I'm Langston, and we are Talking Preps.